Good afternoon, sir. It's nice to have you with us. I'm Adam Jessica, representing the Electoral Committee of BUMSA, and we have our elections coming up, and we just want to ask you some few questions, if you don't mind.
Okay.
All right. So, as the regional coordinator of NIMSA North Central Region, what can you tell us about the impact of BUMSA politics on NIMSA?
Oh, my name is Elukpo Jeremiah. Um, I'll first start by commending the electoral committee for a job well done so far. It's the deeds are not hidden. It's really seen. Um, BUMSA politics is a preparatory phase for participation in NIMSA affairs. You understand? On inauguration of any executive member of any medical student association in Nigeria, the president automatically becomes a NIMSA NEC member, you understand, and partakes in deliberations and decision making that will affect their members. And like we currently know, BUMSA is part of the North Central region, which I currently coordinate, and it's imperative to state that the level of interest of the BUMSA executives will determine the level of participation and exposure of BUMSites in NIMSA affairs.
Okay. Thank you. So the second question, speaking of NIMSA, how does an individual get involved in NIMSA activities?
Okay, it starts with the little participation in the NIMSA standing committees at the MSA levels, and also attending general assemblies, regional convention, caucus meeting, health week, just anything that has NIMSA on it. You understand? Yes, and it's also important to note that the level of interest of the BUMSA executives is directly proportional to the level of participation of BUMSites.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. So also another question, what impact does NIMSA politics have on BUMSA?
Okay, NIMSA is the apex body of medical student politics. That's medical student activities that govern them in Nigeria. You understand? And NIMSA has a geopolitical structure. And every if when time for election comes, every candidate, every aspirant, and every MSA supporting aspirants try to see how they can form alliances at the various geopolitical regions, because every MSA has one vote for every election, and in like I've seen in time past, the regions, various regions try to deliver block votes for candidates. What I mean by block votes is the fact that all schools in Southeast will come to an agreement that they are voting for one person. You understand? That usually gives influence to that particular region than giving votes sparsely. You understand? And this has a long way. It has a long way to go. It has advantages because the MSAs that support these aspirants, they usually go tooth and nail to see how their candidates can emerge, because when it comes to distribution of appointments, problem solving, easy accessibility to the administration, and all those things, it will have a lot of advantages on the MSAs and the aspirants that emerge. You understand? And also NIMSA is the regulatory body for all MSA in Nigeria. You understand? Both nationally and internationally. You get? And NIMSA is also partakes in diplomatic deliberations and even peaceful protests for all and sundry. Yeah.
Thank you. I can see that so far BUMSA has done a lot quite in NIMSA. Emerging as the best MSA from the last meetings that just had, we realized that BUMSA emerged as the best MSA, and that's quite good for us. So moving on to the first question, there has been random talk about godfatherism. Is that a threat to BUMSA politics? How do we prevent all forms of attack to the ever progressive BUMSA politics?
Okay, godfatherism the term has been greatly abused of late. You understand? Godfatherism is, we can't lie, it's a form of political corruption. You understand that in which an influential candidate, that's an influential individual, handpicks an often less influential individual to like take over a leadership position. You get, in order for the person to exert authority on the person or the administration. So emphasis on handpick and less influential. You understand? If this is what you refer to as godfatherism, it's definitely a threat to BUMSA politics and our growth. Then on preventing attacks on our progressive BUMSA, like in 2015 when APC came, you understand, they talked about the change mantra and all those things. And during the administration, our president came out to tell us that the change begins with us.
Okay.
It's true. Just like in BUMSA too, preventing attacks begins with each and every one of us. You understand? Bringing up our level of interest on matters concerning BUMSA. You understand? Scrutinizing and making deliberations, not just being lackadaisical about BUMSA activities. And very, very important factor is the BUMSA constitution. The BUMSA constitution is supposed to be made readily available to all BUMSites, and not just being made readily available. It's supposed to, the BUMSA present administration is supposed to imbibe strategies to encourage reading habits among BUMSites. You understand? And also, like we all know, the BUMSA constitution is reviewed every 5 years. And it's a norm in BUMSA that it is during the 5th year that the present administration will set up a review committee, maybe in the middle of the year, to span for like 2 to 3 months, and that's it, the constitution is amended. Understand? This always creates a lacuna because the constitution review process is it's not an easy process. It's something that is supposed to be done as part of the agendas of every administration every year, to bring out sections and subsections of the different parts of the constitution, going around all the classes of deliberations and agreements. Then during the review year, this can easily and legally be inputted into the constitution. I believe if we try and adopt this kind of method, it will go a long way to prevent ambiguity and attack to our ever-progressive BUMSA politics. Thank you very much.
Okay. I think that was the last question. So thank you very much for your time. Thank you so far for your support. And we trust that BUMSA election will be a wonderful and a great one. Thank you very much.
Yes, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.